Psalm 31, verse 14. But I trust in you, Lord. I say you are my God. My times are in your hands. So the election happened last night, and we all know what the results are. Well, you do. I don't. You know why I don't? Because it's actually October 14th at 1:56 in the afternoon. I just shot the refuel for last week. Actually, if you want to go back, you can scroll. You can see I'm wearing the exact same thing. And so why am I telling you this? Why am I breaking the facade of the fourth wall? I mean, some of you thought that I woke up the day after the election. I got up early to give you this message. Chances are I'm actually still asleep because most of the time it's the ding from refuel at 7 a.m. that tells me it's time to get out to bed and get to work. So by the time you're listening to this, I may or may not actually be cognizant of the world. And yet, it is the day after the election. And so what do we know? And why is it that I've shot this so far in advance? I've shot it in advance for one basic reason. I don't want you to think I'm biased. You see, here's the reality. If I shot this live, then whatever your political belief is, you would hear everything I'm saying through that political belief and assume either I agree with you or disagree with you. But the truth of the matter is, I don't know what you believe, you don't know what I believe, and that part doesn't matter. Here's what does matter. It's the day after the election. And there are some things that we can know even in light of what happened last night. And my guess is we probably don't even know who won yet, but who knows? Here's what we know. God is sovereignly in control. We can trust that, no matter what the outcome is. If your candidate won, you can say God is sovereignly in control. If your candidate lost, you can say, all right, God is sovereignly in control. While we have our own individual ability to vote and do what we do, in the end, God chooses who wins and who loses. But be careful with that. Don't just automatically assume if your candidate won that, oh, God's sovereignly in control, this is a sign of his blessing. It could be, maybe not. Sometimes God allows outcomes as discipline for us. Oftentimes, so all throughout the Old Testament, you see this picture in which God actually gave nations leaders that they actually deserved. It was a punishment, a discipline to them to reveal the idols that are going on within their own hearts. So whoever won or lost, I don't know what God is doing. I simply know that God is, in fact, doing. And so we can trust, no matter what the outcome is, that God is sovereignly in control. And now we can do something else. We can, in case we have been distracted by the election, we can refocus now on what truly does matter. As important as the politics are and all those things, let's face it, in the end, we have very little control over those things. We can vote, we can let our representatives know what we feel, they may or may not care, but beyond all that, we really don't influence elections or political cycles. But we can influence his kingdom, which empowers us on this day to remind ourselves what truly matters. As a follower of Jesus Christ, what truly matters? It's not so much who won last night. It matters that Jesus Christ won on the cross. And now you and I have a message that we can bring to the world, no matter what they're going through, no matter who their political leaders are. We can fixate now on this message that matters most, and that is the kingdom of God. Trust it this morning, no matter where you are. Psalm 31:14. But I trust in you, Lord. I say you are my God. My times, these times, are in his hands. And what other hands would we rather have our times in than his?